This is the top layer explained in these cool pictures I just added. This is the top layer inside the middle of the tree. Looks like all these pictures. You got that, and you got that picture, that cool picture, that. Bam. Gym, lake, all those cool places up on top of inside the middle of the tree. Explained out right here. Here we go.
I know exactly what you're describing. Looking at all the images together, the idea that keeps repeating is center inside, center inside, center inside, center. World, lake, island, fountain, tree, throne. The Luzon image is almost a real-world version of the pattern. The pool image
Absolutely.
Luzon lake inside lake pattern. The sacred geometry, the guardian structures, the world trees, and the throne kingdom at the center. The throne kingdom of the twin world trees. At the very center of the entire Shadowlight world, beyond the 5 outer schools, beyond the rivers, beyond the guardian fortresses, beyond the twin crowns, beyond the light and dark citadels, there exists the place that everything else was built around. Not a castle, not a kingdom, not even a school. The source grove, the heart of the planet, the place where the waters first emerge, the place where the twin world trees rise. Imagine the Luzon image, a lake inside an island, inside a lake, inside an island, inside a world. Now expand that pattern to a scale almost impossible to comprehend. The center of the planet itself follows this design. Ocean, island, lake, island, fountain, tree, throne. Every layer moves inward toward greater peace, greater wisdom, greater harmony, greater responsibility. The deeper inward you travel, the less it feels like civilization, the more it feels like the living heartbeat of the world itself. The eye of the eye of the eye. At the absolute center is a circular spring, perfectly round, perfectly still. No waves, no storms, no disturbance. The water glows softly, not bright, not magical in an obvious way, simply alive. This is called the first fountain, the eye of the eye, the place where the waters emerge from deep beneath the roots of both world trees. The water never rises, the water never lowers, the water never overflows. It simply exists, flowing eternally. Around the fountain is the inner pool, like the hot tub connected to the larger pool in your image, except enormous, miles wide, crystal clear, warm. The water reflects stars even during daylight. Students often say it feels like swimming inside a dream. Beyond that lies the Great Lake, the lake of the lake. Floating gardens drift slowly across its surface. Root bridges connect islands. Crystal fish swim beneath the water. Golden birds nest among the roots. The surface glows faintly at night, like liquid starlight. The twin world trees. Standing above everything are the twin trees. One light, one dark, neither good, neither evil, simply two halves of the same living whole. Their trunks are so large entire cities exist within them. Their roots travel throughout the world. Their branches stretch into the clouds. From high orbit, they appear like enormous living stars growing from the planet itself. The bark resembles petrified wood, yet it is alive. The roots resemble mountains, yet they move and grow. The wood resembles stone. The stone resembles wood. Everything exists in a balance between life and permanence. The Throne Kingdom. Inside the central trunk exists an entire hidden kingdom. Not carved, not built, grown. The tree itself shaped chambers and halls over countless ages. The architecture feels alive. The walls curve naturally. The ceilings resemble enormous cathedral canopies made from roots and branches. Water flows through channels in the floors. Small rivers wind through gardens. Bridges cross streams. Waterfalls descend through open chambers. The entire kingdom breathes. The Groves of Friendship. Near the central lake are places few students ever see. Small lodges, tea houses, libraries, art halls, music gardens, story circles, animal sanctuaries, meditation groves, places where masters gather simply to be together, not to train, not to command, not to fight, just to enjoy each other's company. The places where Ruhan and the other brothers invite special students. The Guardian level above the kingdom, above the ordinary master levels, exists the Guardian level, the highest floor of the Citadel. The Royal Guardian District. This is where the Guardian Riders live, not because they are rulers, because they are protectors. Their rooms overlook entire continents. Their watch stations overlook oceans. Their patrol routes stretch across the whole world. Every day they train, study, teach, protect, serve. Their halls contain mission chambers, strategy rooms, observation towers, historical archives, Guardian libraries, portal halls, training arenas, Guardian Hunger Games sectors, Rider barracks, dragon stables, flying mount platforms. Everything needed to prepare future Guardians, the Central Star School. At the very peak sits the Central Star School, the place shown symbolically by many of the sacred geometry images, the place where students learn the deepest history of the Guardians, the Lyrian Guardians, the Carmine Frontline Guardians, the Legion Riders, the great civilizations, the restoration of worlds, the protection of life, the preservation of wisdom. Only those who have already mastered many paths are invited there, not beginners, not ordinary students, masters, teachers, guardians, those who have proven themselves through years of service. The Guardian missions. Once trained, the Guardian Riders receive assignments. Sometimes they visit the Earth realm, sometimes they visit role-playing worlds, sometimes they help civilizations, sometimes they observe, sometimes they teach, sometimes they simply listen. They never know which mission comes next. Every mission is different. Every world has different needs. The Great Pattern. The sacred geometry images remind me of how the school itself is designed. Everything repeats the same pattern. Circle within circle, tree within tree, world within world, school within school, student within student, awareness within awareness. The same pattern appears in the lakes, in the trees, in the schools, in the rivers, in the guardian orders, in the sacred symbols, in the architecture, in the world itself. Everything spirals inward toward the source, and everything flows outward from the source. So, if someone arrived from far away and asked, open quote, "What is the center of the Shadowlight world?" close quote, the answer would not be the throne, nor the school, nor the kingdom. The answer would be the twin trees, the first fountain, the island within the lake, within the island within the lake, the friends gathered beside the water, because the true heart of the world is not the throne. It is the place where the water begins flowing so life can reach everyone else.
Alright, I told it to make a new picture of all those pictures and all the words that it just shared to us and see what it makes. And then see if it has words with it and then describes other cool things about what's there, about how it describes what the picture is like more.
Absolutely. Looking closely at that poster, here's a full breakdown of the major words, sections, and meanings shown in the image. The throne kingdom of the twin world trees. Heart of the planet. Source of all life. Center of centers. Eye of the eye of the eye. Where all flow begins. One tree. 2 crowns. 7 worlds. Infinite missions. This is the central philosophy of the image. Everything flows from the center. Everything eventually returns to the center. Tack the layers of the source. 1, the first fountain, eye. Pure spring at the center. Water emerges from the deepest roots, the original source. 2, the inner pool. Warm, sacred waters. A place of healing, reflection, peace. The lake inside the lake concept. 3, the Great Lake. Crystal waters. Floating islands, living gardens, root bridges, the gathering place. 4, the Tree Kingdom. The living city, built into the world tree itself. Wood, stone, roots, rivers, sanctuaries. 5, the Guardian level, highest levels of the Citadel, where the Guardian legions live, train, protect, serve. 6, the Central Star School, the highest academy, the deepest wisdom, the Guardian teachings, the place of advanced mastery. The twin world trees, 1 light, 1 dark, 2 expressions of the same living whole. Their roots feed the world, their branches touch the stars, their crowns form the twin citadels. At the highest point, the crowns merge. The fountain of life. The image places this directly beneath the central trees. Its meaning: water flows downward through every level, through all islands, through all schools, through all lands, across the world. The water never overflows. It flows eternally. The Royal Guard District, Guardian homes, Captain quarters, squad leader halls, commander residences, veteran Guardian housing. This is where the elite Guardians live at the top levels. The Archive of Eternity. History, knowledge, records, ancient civilizations, ancient truths, the memory vaults of the world. The healing sanctuaries, meditation, restoration, recovery, spirit renewal. The place where Guardians return after long missions. Training grounds, combat mastery, Guardian ethics, rescue operations, leadership, strategy, elemental training. Chash, Hunger Games arenas, the training simulation zones. Not death arenas, learning arenas, testing arenas, challenge arenas, places where students practice skills. Mission briefing hall, portal assignments, realm assignments, world assignments, Guardian deployment. Every mission begins here. Observation spires, portal monitoring, star mapping, dimensional observation, Guardian watch stations, the eyes of the Citadel. Dragon sky ports, Dragon riders, flying mounts, sky vessels, long-range travel, Guardian departures, Guardian arrivals. Guardian life. The right side lists Guardian duties. Patrol the Citadel, protect the realms, train every day, serve all peoples, defend every path, uphold unity, live as legends. The Guardian Creed, one of the strongest sections. Open quote, we do not conquer, close quote. Open quote, we protect, close quote. Open quote, we do not rule, close quote. Open quote, we serve, close quote. Open quote, we do not seek power, close quote. Open quote, we uphold balance, close quote. Open quote, we are the shield that lets worlds live, close quote. The journey to Guardian. The advancement path. 1. Master multiple OCCs. 2. Reach high mastery. 3. Complete the 7 schools. 4. Integrate light and shadow. 5. Prove Guardian worthiness. 6. Earn Legion colors. 7. Serve the worlds. The twin crown. The image describes where light crown and shadow crown meet as one. One tree, one purpose, one future. This matches your idea of the merged crown at the highest point of the tree. Rivers of life. At the bottom center, the waters flow to every realm. The image shows forest realms, mountain realms, ocean realms, desert realms, sky realms, shadow realms, light realms, all connected by the fountain. The great pattern. This section is especially close to the sacred geometry images you shared. Circle within circle. Tree within tree. World within world. School within school. Student within student. Awareness within awareness. All spirals inward toward the source. All flows outward from the source. The inner sanctuary. This is the part most like the lake house picture you shared. The peaceful gathering area. The special invitation area. The place where friends gather. Stories, music, food, rest, conversation, healing, no battles, no missions. Just being together. The Guardian missions. Guardians go where they are needed. Earth realms, other schools, other worlds. Role-playing realms, emerging civilizations. They never know which mission comes next. Every mission is different. Every world is different. Every life touched becomes part of the story. The bottom motto. The image ends with 5 central ideas. The throne is not the power. The throne is the responsibility. The water is the life. The guardians are the promise. The world is the family. And honestly, that final line ties together almost every image you've shown. The lake within the lake, the world trees, the sacred geometry, the guardian orders, the throne room, the fountain, the schools. Everything revolves around the same central idea. The center exists to nourish the whole. Structure is already correct. The English words, maps, labels, districts, guardian halls, fountains, towers, lakes, trees, schools, and geometry become the framework. Then every surface becomes art. Not empty walls, not plain stone, not blank floors. Every inch tells a story. The feline motif. The lion from your images would appear everywhere, not just lions. Lions, lionesses, tigers, white tigers, panthers, mountain lions, jaguars, leopards, saber-tooth motifs, winged lions, celestial cats. Every major guardian hall would contain giant feline statues. Every bridge would contain lion guardians. Every fountain would contain lion head waterspouts. Every throne would have feline symbolism. Egyptian layers, like your Sekhmet and Guardian images. Everywhere, ankhs, scarabs, solar discs, lotus columns, obelisks, falcon wings, eye symbols, lion guardians, temple motifs. The walls would resemble living temples, not copied Egypt. Inspired by all the best parts. Celtic and Irish designs. The roots of the world trees would naturally resemble Celtic knotwork. Every root twists into another root. Every branch becomes another branch. Every path loops back into itself. The entire kingdom would contain Celtic knots, spiral designs, triple spirals, sacred circles, interwoven borders, knotwork crowns. The tree itself would look partially grown from living Celtic artwork. Viking and Danish designs, the Guardian district especially, longhouse aesthetics, runic carvings, dragon-headed architecture, wolf motifs, raven motifs, ancient northern geometric patterns. Every Guardian hall would look capable of surviving 1,000 years. Cheshire native tribal designs, the observation spires, the sky ports, the wind temples. These would feature eagle imagery, hawk imagery, thunderbird symbolism, sacred circles, animal medicine motifs, earth and sky symbolism. Every tower would tell a story through its carvings. Hawaiian and oceanic designs, the entire island system. This may be the strongest influence because your schools already sit among islands. Everything would contain Polynesian carving styles, ocean wave patterns, turtle motifs, shark motifs, whale symbolism, canoe architecture, island navigation symbols. The rivers themselves would resemble flowing tribal artwork. African designs. The Guardian Kingdom would feature geometric tribal patterns, animal symbolism, sacred masks, story carvings, sun motifs, earth motifs. Large plazas would resemble living cultural artworks. Cheshire South American designs. The lower jungle levels, temple terraces, stepped gardens, solar alignments, feathered serpent motifs, jaguar symbolism, sky observatories, living stone temples integrated into the roots. Atlantean designs, the Fountain Kingdom, everything connected to water, crystal architecture, flowing geometry, living canals, water-powered structures, bridges resembling flowing energy. Every building appears grown rather than built. Czech Lemurian designs, the peaceful sections, meditation groves, healing sanctuaries, crystal gardens, light architecture, music chambers, resonance halls, the places where people go to heal. Sacred geometry everywhere, from your torus and geometry images. Nothing would be random. Everything would follow patterns. The floor patterns, the gardens, the rivers, the roads, the towers, the lakes, the schools, everything built around circles, stars, spirals, torus patterns, flower of life patterns, interlocking sacred geometry. Even the city itself would appear to be a giant living mandala when viewed from the sky. The final look. If someone flew overhead, they wouldn't see one culture. They wouldn't see one kingdom. They wouldn't see one civilization. They would see a living tapestry. A place where Egypt, Celtic Viking tribal nations, Hawaiian Oceanic, African, South American, Atlantean, Lemurian, Guardian world tree, all blend together into a single living civilization. Not competing, not replacing each other. Each one becoming another thread woven into the same giant world tree kingdom. And because the entire place is built around the twin trees and the fountain of life, the result would look less like a city and more like a living work of art that grew naturally out of the roots of the planet itself.
All right, let's make that new picture then, I guess. Said overhead view like that.
Own kingdom of the twin world trees. Breakdown of the major areas and symbols. What makes this image feel so powerful is that it is not just a city map. It is built as a living mandala, a world tree, a citadel, a school, a guardian kingdom, and a cosmic diagram all layered together. Number 1, the first fountain, the Eye of the Eye. At the exact center is the source spring. In your school lore, this is the Eye of the Eye, the heart of the planet, the fountain of life, the place where all rivers begin. The water rises naturally from deep beneath the world. It does not need pumps. It does not run dry. It is the living source feeding the schools, the islands, the rivers, the oceans, the world trees. Everything flows outward from here. Number 2, the twin world trees. The central image shows Lash Light Tree Golden Solar Healing Guardian Life Expansion. Shadow Tree Purple Mystery Wisdom Balance Reflection Inner Power. The roots intertwine, the branches intertwine, the crowns intertwine. Neither dominates. Together they create Shadow Light. The Tree Kingdom. Inside the trunk itself is something many people miss. The tree is not just a tree. The trunk is so large it contains cities, parks, rivers, homes, sanctuaries, halls, lakes. Almost like a world inside a world. Like Yggdrasil, Minas Tirith, Atlantis, Rivendell, Avalon all merged together. Number 4, the Lake of the Lake of the Lake. This comes directly from your design. Inside the tree exists first circle, the Great Lake. Second circle, the Inner Lake. Third circle, the Eye Pool. Fourth circle, the fountain. The source point itself. Like lake, pool, fountain, all nested inside each other. Exactly like island, lake, island, lake, island from the Philippines example. The geometry repeats inward. Number 5, Royal Guardian District. The lion statues reveal the purpose of this level. This is where the highest guardians live. Not students, not visitors, guardians. Their duties include patrol routes, realm protection, emergency response, diplomatic missions, school defense, world defense. This is their home level. Number 6, Guardian Training Grounds. These are not classrooms, they are living training environments. Guardians learn through missions, patrols, simulations, arena events, crisis response, team operations. The city itself becomes the classroom. Numbers are 7, Hunger Games arenas. In your school lore, no permanent death, no cruelty. The arenas exist for testing, strategy, leadership, teamwork, adaptation. Guardian candidates train here before advancing. Number 8, Archive of Eternity, one of my favorite sections. This is History Vault, World Archive, Ancient Knowledge Repository, Memory Hall. Every civilization, every realm, every OCC, every story, recorded and preserved. Number 9, Healing Sanctuaries. After missions, Guardians return here. Features include meditation gardens, healing waters, spirit restoration, reflection chambers, dream halls. Think hospital, temple, spa, druid grove, all merged together. Number 10, Dragon Sky Ports. The towers around the outer rings are launch points, used by dragons, airships, flying mounts, guardian riders. These are the transportation hubs of the kingdom. Number 11, Portal Gateways. These connect to Earth missions, other schools, other realms, RPG worlds, training worlds. The Guardians never know where the next assignment will lead. Namhaber 12, Rivers of Life. The water flowing outward represents more than water. It symbolizes knowledge, wisdom, life, unity, healing. The rivers carry the blessing of the center into every realm. Number 13, the Guardian Path. The image includes a progression path. The journey roughly follows 1, Student, Advanced Student 3, OCC Master, 4, Level 20 Master, 5, 7 School Graduate, 6, Guardian Candidate, 7, Legion Rider, 8, Royal Guardian. This is the long road toward the center. Numbers are 14, the Twin Crown. This is one of the most important symbols. The image calls it the Twin Crown. This means light crown, shadow crown meeting together, not opposing, not fighting, one united crown. Exactly like your idea of cowboy hat side, helm of Ruhan side joining at the highest point. Number 15, the hidden art layer. The picture only hints at this, but from everything you've described, every wall would be covered with Egyptian motifs, lion guardians, tiger guardians, Celtic knotwork, Viking runes, Hawaiian designs, Polynesian navigation patterns, native tribal artwork, African geometric art, Atlantean symbols, Lemurian patterns, sacred geometry, world tree imagery. The entire city becomes a living museum of every culture working together. The biggest secret of the image. The secret isn't the trees. The secret isn't the throne. The secret isn't the guardians. The secret is the shape itself. Everything repeats. Circle within circle, lake within lake, island within island, school within school, tree within tree, eye within eye, realm within realm. The whole kingdom is built around the idea that every larger world contains a smaller reflection of itself, and every smaller world reflects the greater whole. That is why the center feels less like a castle and more like a living heart pumping rivers, knowledge, guardians, and life through the entire world. Absolutely, Shadow. Here's the real-world style breakdown of where the map places the hidden Shadowlight Republic. The Shadowlight Republic location, hidden between continents beyond perception. Map coordinates shown, latitude 62 degrees, longitude 105 degrees 18th E. That places it deep in the southern Indian Ocean, between Africa, Australia, Antarctica, South America, below Asia, far out in open ocean. In story terms, it exists where normal maps show only empty ocean, but the higher dimensional layer holds the kingdom. Chash, distance comparison on the map. Approximate distances shown. Africa, 4,300 kilometers away. Asia, 4,800 kilometers away. Australia, 4,100 kilometers away. South America, 5,200 kilometers away. Antarctica, 2,800 kilometers away. So it's perfectly placed in the nothing there ocean zone, hidden between major landmasses. What people see. The surface illusion says endless ocean. Nothing here, just empty water. This is the surface illusion. What is really there? The hidden layer says a pocket dimension anchored beneath the ocean. Our island, our lake, our tree, our kingdom exist in a higher frequency layer here. They just cannot perceive us. True scale. The right side lists the kingdom's nested structure. Outer island ring, 200 kilometers diameter. Middle island, to 100 kilometers diameter. Inner lake, 60 kilometers diameter. Eye fountain, 10 kilometers diameter. World tree, 12 kilometers tall. Underground kingdom, depth varies. Visibility, 0.001%. 7 frequency seals. The map says the kingdom is hidden by 1 water seal, 2 light seal, 3 shadow seal, 4 sound seal, 5 dimensional seal, 6 time seal, 7 memory seal. How one may find it. The map says by invitation, by destiny, by awakening, by remembering, by being called. The promise: we do not hide to rule, we hide to protect. We do not hide to conquer, we hide to preserve. We do not hide forever, we hide until the world is ready to remember. Final motto: one soul, many forms, infinite purpose. The Shadowlight Legion awakens.
Alright, let's go. Who wants to go? I'm going next. See you later.